Hey y'all, Nikki here. I am taking some time off of work and I've decided to get out of the house after a couple of days of just recuperating from, life. And I'm going to go to Pflugerville, Texas to Green and Growing, and I hope to get some footage and some plants. All right, what I got was this cylindrica. It's a Sansevieria Bonsall snake plant, and I dropped it getting it out of the car. So I'm going to root this up and see if I can grow. I'm actually not sure how these will actually grow, if they will continue to grow in a cylinder shape or if they revert back. So this will be an experiment. If anybody knows how that works, leave me a comment. All right, so I was going to plant it in this pot, but it is actually a little bit too small, and I don't have a terracotta pot much larger than that. So I'm actually going to put it in a pot without draining holes, but I'm going to put the plant in here so I can take it out and water it, because as everyone here probably knows, the cactus do not like to have it too wet or standing in wet soil. So let's see how this looks. And I'm going to add just a little bit more, like that. Perfect. All right. I'm going to pack it. I'm probably going to put a stick on this to kind of keep it upright until it takes root, because it's going to want to lean and fall. And I honestly wouldn't have repotted it this soon after I got it, except that it fell out of its pot in my car on the way home. So let's find a stick that we can put this. I call it the starfish cactus, but we're going to do that. We're going to take, I already have a piece cut, and I'm going to secure it to that pole. All right, like that. So I just secured it to the pole. I'm going to give it a drink, and then I'm going to let it dry out. So how I will water this plant is I will pull this out and water it and let it drain before I put it back in. All right, thanks. All right, we're going to do a little experiment with the piece of the cylindrica that I knocked off. I haven't let it dry. So I'm going to put it in leca, but I'm not going to add water for a few days. But I'm going to give this a shot. I have some leca cups, and it's going to fit in just like that. So I am going to, I've rinsed off my leca, and now I'm just going to put it, it's kind of shallow, this container is, but the leca is going to wick water up into the cylindrica. But again, since I didn't let it dry out, I'm going to give it a couple of days before I add water to it. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, guys, I am showing y'all my plant haul from Green and Growing in Pflugerville, but look at this whale fin. There's two of them actually in here, which is pretty cool. And I got these for like less than $20 for the both of them. So let's pot them up. I, again, have bought plants that I don't have the right size pots for. I have tons of pots, but not the right size. So I'm going to put it in a pot that's a little bigger than I want it to, which is this pot back here. And I'm just going to have to be really, really careful about watering it. All right, so until this really settles into its pot, I'm going to put a stick right down here, and I'm just going to twist, go through the root ball, and then going to take some plant Velcro. Once they take root and really settle in, you don't have to have these sticks on them. But since I planted it on the bias, because it was all crooked, and I don't know, guys. Let's see. That is a beautiful whale fin. Look how tall that whale fin is. All right, super fun. So I got this bundle of sticks, which is really cool at Green and Growing. It's been, a while since this has been repotted, but these are finicky. They're similar to Ripsalis in that they're really kind of tricky to root up, but I just love them. They're just kind of, creepy. So I did break off a piece. I drove crazy, as it turns out, and I broke a piece off. So I'm going to show y'all. I'm just going to put it back in the pot. All right, here's the piece that I broke off. You can see the in there. It's kind of calloused over already, but again, I wouldn't want to put this in water or keep it too moist. But I'm going to stick it down in the soil like it was, and just so I make sure it doesn't fall out until it roots, I will put a couple of pins on it just to make sure it hangs in there. I'm going to kind of loosen this soil. It was a little compacted, and I'll probably give it a little bit of a topper just for funsies. All right. I just wanted to show you the rest of my plant haul from Green and Growing in Pflugerville, Texas. I got this really neat air plant. I love air plants. I'm going to do something really cool with it. I don't know what yet, but I have some bones. I like to put them in bones. So once I figure out what I'm going to do with it, I will show y'all what to do with it. Here is a global green. I think that's what it's called. Global green pothos. At first it looks just like a normal pothos, but when you start to look closely, you'll see the variegation is different than the golden. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to leave them in their pots and keep them isolated, quarantined until I know that there's nothing bug-like on them. Here is a Scindapsus pictus sterling. It's got a different kind of look to it, but it is a Scindapsus. So I thought that was really a cool, nice full plant for 20 bucks. I thought that was a great deal. This one was 15 bucks, and I'll probably just have some clips and just hang them for a little while until they acclimate before I transplant them into another pot, another decorative pot. So I like to give plants typically a chance to acclimate before I repot them. The others, I had to repot them because I drove like crazy and broke some of the plants off and tipped them over. So anyway, thanks. It was a good haul.